shit, get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. 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 I got too many plays. I don't even play. Out of my way. Get out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way. Super way up. Get your weight up. Put your plate up. You a foreign. We at war. And I got all the hallelujah. Talladega. Baby Jesus. In the flesh. Come and get it. Then I'm get it. All my friends coming with all their friends. And we get active, yeah. We get active, yeah. All of my tattoos black. My eyes bloodshot red. I'm ready right now. Don't run your mouth too quick. Let's get it.
We're a couple of miles from the Colorado State Capitol building. It's in Power Field at Mile High here in Denver. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Denver Broncos. It's Jake Elliott ready to get this one kicked off. And off we go from Denver. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. Right to the air to open this one up. Forced out wide. Now he'll run.
Initially, they do a really nice job taking away his 1st and 2nd read, but what they fail to do is account for him as a runner. He ends up making something positive out of a play that initially didn't look like it had much of a chance.
Opening carry of the game, it's J.K. Dobbins. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And he's gonna get there. He's got the 1st down. What great awareness after the catch. He gets enough to move the chain.
And the Broncos, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
A run with Dobbins. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
The big guys in the middle of the defense, Mike, the defensive tackles. So often they're asked to do the dirty work. Keep the blockers off the linebackers. Let them run around and make all the plays. But in this case, this guy's able to shed his blocker, make the stop, and keep it to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Nix. He'll get that complete to Franklin. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Denver 1st down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. He never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. It's a gain of 29, and it's 1st and goal.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. From a little further back, here's 2nd and goal. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Pushed out to his right. And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. Now they'll be looking at 3rd and goal. Working out of the gun. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sit and duck for this pass rush.
On 4th down, here's Nix. Moving to his right. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down. Right to the air. It's Hurts. Scrambling to his left. He's going to run it. Big run here. He's tackled beyond the 35-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drop.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life. His speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on a big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. Looked like that might have been an RPO, a run-pass option. The quarterback has the ability to put the ball in the belly of the running back or pull it on the pass. Looked like we might have been better off pulling that one because he handed it off, and there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Forced to his right. Oh, he's hit behind the line, and the ball is out. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. Third and long for Hurts. And that is incomplete.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down. Now it's Dobbins, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And he is going to bring this one back. They force the fumble, and it leads to a defensive score. And, Greg, you talked about it all week. Not just stop them with the defense, but make impact plays, and that is as big a play as you can ask for.
Yeah, across the league, Mike, this continues to be a huge point of emphasis. Every defensive coach starts practice with takeaway circuits. How can we find ways to take the ball away? In this case, they force the fumble, scoop, score, 6 points.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, here's Mims. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the
Evan
23
Ingram,
yard
the
line.
intended target. And it'll be 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he's going to take this one all the way. 77 And the Broncos now will line up and go for two.
The Broncos.
He's going to try to do it himself. They're going to try to run it in. And he will get in. And they take the lead by one on top 8-7. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here comes Will Shipley on the return. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line.
Over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. This one, batted away. It's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Dallas Goedert, that time. And that will lead to a second down. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up third down. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
They're indeed going. It's Hurts. And the rush is going to get there. He goes down. They were taking a big risk going for it from their own territory. It does not pay off. And it's a turnover on downs. On the ground, here's Dobbins. He'll try to keep his footing, manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 20, here's second down and 7. Off the play fake, here's Nix. He's got it at about the 8. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as the tackle's made at about the 5-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
That one, take it in. Hey, Dobbins. Put down Denver. Greg, they take advantage of the good field position and move it downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle, you're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and end up punching it in. I know it sounds like I'm being biased, Mike, but I'm really not. Down here this close to the end zone, especially on two-point tries, the size, the length, the athleticism, and matchups these tight ends can create, man, they are a tough handle, and it leads to 2 points.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here is Shipley on the return. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
Take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Now it's Hurts. Moving left. He'll tuck it and take off. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles in possession to start the second quarter. They have it, 2nd and 4 coming up. Off the play fake, Hurts. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. from the shotgun. It's Hurts. And that is incomplete.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring fourth down right in the face.
So on fourth down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. So the Eagles will use their first time out here. No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for fourth down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds at the 45. A gutsy call, but they pay it off. It's a gain of 17. Again, Hurts. Taking a shot downfield for Smith. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver. It's second down. Hurts will try it again. Now a screen set up for Barkley. Ooh. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's first and 10.
First down, Philadelphia.
To the air again. Hurts. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete. They'll try again here. Second and 10. Hurts again. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
Taking off, he'll try to get there. And that'll be a gain of 9, but nowhere close to the markers. It'll bring up fourth down.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up fourth down.
Hurts working his way out left. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback out of the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field, you limit the quarterback's options, and in this case, he can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop.
They try to set up the screen, but this one's doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
There's a short one taken by Ingram. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. They get 22 yards there. First down, Broncos.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Big snap on first and 10. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. Brings up second down at the 11-yard line.
Second down. Nix. This one caught at the 4. And he's in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. And the show continues. What a first half he's had, Greg. A third touchdown pass with that one.
Mike, what stood out to me the most so far is just the amount of space these guys have had to operate in. I think if I'm this defensive coordinator, me and my staff at halftime are revisiting this game plan. They obviously felt good about it coming in, but I don't think there's anything to feel good about thus far.
So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Avery Williams on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Here's Hurts. Exiting the pocket right. He's going to keep it himself.
You know, Mike, nice job here by the quarterback, just understanding on these early downs, you just don't want to go backwards. So he's able to avoid the negative play, pick up a little bit, and mostly avoid the sack.
On 2nd down, Hurts escaping to his left. Oh, a dangerous throw there is intercepted. Picked off by Dre Greenlaw.
This is really becoming a key element to playing quarterback in the NFL, Mike, the ability to play off script and use your legs to extend the play. I think in this case, he either needs to tuck that ball down and become a runner, or he just simply needs to throw that ball away.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. To the 10-yard line. He is out of bounds there. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. Throwing. Nix. It is brought in the end zone. Ravon Valen. Touchdown Denver. His 2nd catch of the game. And both have gone for touchdowns. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer to it, because right now, they don't have it for this game.
And he is not going to get in. Stopped on the try for 2. The lead remains right where it is. So now after the touchdown, Luck's going to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. Hurts looking to throw on 1st down. Open man downfield is Brown. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick 1st down. Dotson, the man in motion. On 1st down, it's Hurts. Flush to his right. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. Here's a run with their tight end.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I return to Denver after this. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Here goes Hurts on the design run. .14 on the pickup. Good for an Eagles 1st down.
When you're defending Jalen Hurts, Mike, the challenge is not only do you have to try to take away all the weapons at his disposal, but you have to account for him as a runner. And in this case, that's exactly what the offense dials up, and you can see why.
Fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. They'll run the counter with Barkley. And he brings it down to about the 28-yard line. Alex Singleton there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd down.
Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
They need to get to the 22, but now face 3rd down. A pistol snap, back to Hurts. Flush to his right, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game...
Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. Good running on the return. It'll help him out as the ball right around the 45-yard line.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. To throw is Nix. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the first down. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. That is incomplete. They couldn't get the connection on 4th. Going to give the ball over on down.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Hurts will work here from the pistol. And this offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That's the linebacker, Nick Bonito. He gets in there for the sack. It's a loss of 4 to kick off this drive. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Continues to be a factor here as we get back underway in the second half. Williams now to return. He'll get across the 5, and that's it. Good coverage. They got him down at the 6. A first down throw for Hurts. He'll let this go for Goddard. And that is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his 3rd interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Push down to his left. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
That's taken in.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession. And that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on 4th down. Give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So you find yourself down here in the red zone. This is where it's critical for the quarterback, Mike, to understand he's only got 2 options. Put the ball in a spot where your guy can catch it, or in a spot where nobody can catch it. And unfortunately for them, this time ends up being the latter.
And he will get into the end zone. Evan Ingram, touchdown Broncos. And he continues to remain on fire. That is a rare NFL day. 5 touchdown passes thrown.
And Mike, at this point, the defense just looks completely lost out there. I mean, they have no answers whatsoever, giving up the 5th touchdown pass of this ballgame.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. On the return, it's Williams. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, it's Hurts. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long.
So many of these possessions start with negative plays on 1st down, and you're just going to hear every offensive coordinator stress. It is so important we don't fall behind the sticks, but when you just can't pass protect and give your quarterback time, this is going to continue to happen.
And he's going to be forced out of bounds. Still plenty of work to do. 3rd and long coming up. Man in motion is Brown. On 3rd down, they'll go with Saquon. He's to the 40. And they will finally get him out of bounds. But not until he's near the 45-yard line. And how about that? 3rd and a mile. And they convert and pick up a 1st down. get this one off. It'll be a delay of game.